Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 113. I'm John Cooney here to talk to you about comics released the 26th of March, 2014, beginning as usual with my first five, meaning these are the first 5 books I intend to read this week, and I'll give you a little more depth on them, starting with at number 1, Walking Dead number 124, All Out War Part 10. This war has begun to take a toll on us all. In the recent documentary The Walking Dead, A Decade of Dead, they discussed the strengths of Charlie Adler's artwork.
Charlie lives in Shrewsbury, which is in Shropshire, which is in England. I don't know if one of those is a city or a state or what. I don't really know how the United Kingdom works.
Where I live, it is indeed England's green and pleasant land. It is just a total contrast from LA sitting in a writer's room.
When it came time to find somebody to replace Tony Moore, Charlie was the key choice. I knew that he would be able to bring like a stark, dark kind of take to the world of The Walking Dead. He is one of the fastest artists working in comics today, and he really keeps the engines running on time.
Robert usually hands in his scripts a week late, which leads Charlie to catch up.
He's always just a day or two away from not having script to work on, so I always have to be continually getting him stuff because he's very fast and it's really annoying.
It's pretty fluid. Guys like Charlie, you wake up and the stuff's already there. You send him emails and by next morning it's magic fairy dust time.
Over 10 years, we've developed this working relationship where we respect each other's mediums. You know, he'll send me a script, I'll just start drawing it straight away. And it's the same thing with the artwork.
He's drawn over 100 issues at this point. So far, there hasn't been anything that Robert's thrown at him that he has shied away from, whether it's extreme violence or big cityscapes crawling with zombies or vehicles. Charlie can do it all.
I'm sure there's been quite a few where I've had, whoever's driving the car sat on the British side and then afterwards just thought, ugh.
The thing that I love about Charlie's artwork is it has always been his own work. It has been his style. His use of black is out of control. It's totally breathtaking and scary and human all at once.
There's so much texture. You feel the unwashedness sometimes and the exhaustion and the wounds and the pain. A lot of times you know how they're feeling just by the way he's drawn them, and it's a great collaboration.
At number 2, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 13. The conclusion of the trial of Jean Grey leaves 2 teams devastated. Outgoing Marvel editor Steve Wacker, who's moving to Marvel Animation, said this about the Guardians and the trial of Jean Grey, quote, "You'll see a further exploration of the amount of power Star-Lord's father wields. Some of that's going to be coming to a head and will continue into the Guardian stuff coming out of this. It's going to be a big part of the next year." Close quote. He went on to say, quote, "For the Guardians, this sets up a lot of themes we're going to explore for the rest of the year. It's going to be a huge year for Guardians of the Galaxy just in comics alone, and that's not even counting the Hollywood stuff. Our mission on this book is to take this superhero team that works light years away from Earth and make them integral into everything going on in the Marvel Universe." Close quote. At number 3, we've got Superior Spider-Man number 30, Goblin Nation Part 4 of 5. Since the start of Dying Wish, it's all been building to this. One of the most important moments in the entire Superior Spider-Man saga. Once this happens, it cannot be undone. Do not miss this issue. Series writer Dan Slott explained the conclusion of Superior Spider-Man and the transition to Amazing. Quote, "We've got the mega finale of the entire Superior Spider-Man saga, and it's going to have massive repercussions for Spider-Man's world and bringing back Peter Parker to deal with the fallout. That's fun. There are going to be so many ramifications. All the way up to this new launch, every issue is a bullet in the gun. Every issue some major domino is falling over. Don't dare look away. When I was pitching this book, one of the things that we knew was going to have readers coming back, no matter how much we protested, no matter how much we screamed, Spider-Man is dead, dead, dead. We knew that part of the appeal of this series was, how is he coming back? How are they going to pull that off? And now we're heading into that zone. So, what is the trick? Is the rabbit already under the hat? Also, watching Doc Ock in Peter's life doing all these crazy things, whether it's alienating this person or setting up a new relationship with that person or starting his own company or getting his doctorate, Peter's going to wake up and he's going to be Dr. Peter Parker, and he never went to a single class. He has his diploma on his wall. Hey, thanks, Otto, you did that. What's he going to do? Walk into Empire State University and say, take back your doctorate? There are all these strange pluses and minuses in his life. When Peter Parker comes back, he's going to be Rip Van Winkle into this strange new world. Close quote. At number 4, we've got Serenity leaves on the wind, number 3 of 6. Serenity is found. The crew, including Jane and a certain bounty hunter, get themselves ready to restock and retrieve when River wakes up from her self-induced sleep and gives Mal a mandate, which will eventually, hopefully, maybe lead to Zoe's rescue. Series writer Zach Whedon provided more details on River's state of mind. Quote, "There's always this sense with River that she could become unstable, and the sense is well-founded. Her brain is delicate. There's a lot of traumatic memories stored away that, if she accesses them, could tip her off balance. At the start of the series, she's in a good place, psychologically, having uncovered the truth about Miranda, but she can very easily drift into an unhealthy mental space, and no one wants to see that happen, especially given that she's now the pilot of the ship." Close quote. He went on to share his intention for the series. Quote, "It's a period of transition in many ways. The life they were leading in the series, taking odd jobs, doing some smuggling here and there, it's not one they're able to lead now in the wake of their big throwdown with the Alliance. So everything is a bit off balance. I think part of my goal with this series is to get them back to some kind of equilibrium where you can imagine their lives getting back on track, even if that track is an illegal itinerant one." Close quote. And at number 5, we've got Survive number 1. Galactus, the devourer of worlds, descended upon the Ultimate Universe with an insatiable hunger. Though he was defeated by the bravery of a small band of heroes, the cost was devastatingly high. New York City lays a smoldering ruin, and not everyone made it back alive. Many of the Ultimates are dead, and the remaining heroes are all beaten, broken, and emotionally drained. Witness the birth of a new team of Ultimates, who survived the fury of Galactus, who didn't make it out alive. What will become of S.H.I.E.L.D.? The future of the Ultimate Universe is happening now. Writer Brian Michael Bendis shared more on the story. Quote, "It's a funeral for Captain America. The Ultimate Universe is very good at very meaningful funerals. As we go around the room during Tony Stark's very eloquent and heartfelt speech, we flash back into the world of Miles Morales, the world of Kitty Pryde, the world of Sue Storm, and we get to see the immediate fallout from the events of Cataclysm and how it's shaping them going forward. We're kind of setting up where the characters are heading. We think it's a wonderful send-off to Captain America and what the Ultimates meant to all of us, and it also bridges where we're going to go with all the franchises. You've got all these characters that have been through hell together, and now they're coming out the other side, and they're kind of committed to each other now that Captain America's gone and some of the characters aren't making it back. A lot of these characters are very young, and with that comes a lot of emotions, a lot of drama, a lot of people making some disastrous mistakes both in their professional and in their personal lives, and all of that will be on display right away." Close quote. Rounding out the top 10 at number 6, we've got All New X Factor number 5, Learn the Sinister Secret of Techno Inc., brought to you by Serval Industries. At number 7, we have The Wake number 7 of 10, 200 years in the future, things are not looking good for the human race, but a mysterious call from the deep could change everything. The epic, flooded future of The Wake continues here. At number 8, we've got Miracleman number 4. Origins and Revelations bring the first chapter in the Miracleman saga to its shocking conclusion. An unexpected ally leads Miracleman to Project Zarathustra, the site of the secret British operation that gave birth to the Miracleman family. After last issue's battle, the Warp Smiths regroup to mourn their dead in Ghost Dance, including material originally presented in Warrior number 9 through 11 and A1 number 1, plus bonus material. At number 9, we've got Dead Boy Detectives number 4. Were Charles and Edwin total fools when they followed Crystal back to their hellish alma mater, St. Hilarions, to investigate their own murders? All they've done is put Crystal in danger of having her soul stripped out of her by the demon-possessed Master Nath. If the boys fail to rescue her, all 3 of them will burn. And at number 10, we've got Amazing X-Men number 5. Nightcrawler and his pirate band of X-Men take on Azazel and his hellish hordes. One of the X-Men must make the ultimate sacrifice. For the best of the rest from DC Comics, we've got Batman The Dark Knight number 29. Final issue. The savagery of Man-Bat reaches a horrifying peak in this final issue of the series. Next we have Catwoman number 29. Catwoman is tired of slumming it, so she's making her bid for high society. There she'll find her greatest challenge yet, proving herself the best thief in the world. The race of outlaws starts here. We've also got Forever Evil A.R.G.U.S number 6 of 6, the grand finale of Steve Trevor's bid to save the Justice League. How can one man turn the tide against the crime syndicate? It all leads into Forever Evil number 7. Next we have Forever Evil Rogues Rebellion number 6 of 6. The rogues battle to full strength as they play out the crucial role in the carnage that awaits them in Forever Evil number 7. How can these blue-collar criminals defeat the crime syndicate? We've also got Justice League Dark number 29, Forever Evil Blight conclusion. Witness the self-destruction of John Constantine, who might just be more vile than any of the villains in Forever Evil. Next we have Sandman Overture number 2 of 6. The Sandman's epic origin story continues in the second issue of the new miniseries by the superstar team of writer Neil Gaiman and artist J.H. Williams III, in which Daniel enters Mad Hetty's dreams and Morpheus discovers why he's been summoned and what he's been summoned to do. And we have Suicide Squad Amanda Waller number 1 one-shot. As head of both Suicide Squad and A.R.G.U.S, Amanda Waller's made a lot of enemies over the years, and now without either of those groups at her disposal, one of those enemies has come to kill her. She must stop him all by herself or die trying. From Marvel Comics, we've got Avengers number 27, Adapt or Die. The secret behind the all-new Avengers revealed. The science war overtakes the worlds. All the answers to the questions you wished remained hidden. The collision of Avengers and New Avengers is imminent. Next we have Avengers Assemble number 25, All-Out War in New York City. The demented Dr. June Cummington has taken on AIM and is winning. The Avengers are caught in the middle of the mad science war. But now this situation is more important because there's a second Terrigen cocoon in New York, taking like a time bomb, about to go off. Cummington wants it, and AIM has it. Spider-Girl, who has been mentored by the Avengers in her search for her teacher, abducted by Cummington for nefarious genetic purposes, now leads the charge as the Avengers assemble to end this conflict before the Terrigen cocoon explodes and New York is doomed. We've also got Captain America Homecoming number 1. Captain America and the Black Widow leap into action in an all-new cinematic set adventure. What brings Steve Rogers back to tour his old Brooklyn neighborhood? Hint, it's not just the milkshakes. Plus reprinting the first appearance of Cap's number 1 wingman, the high-flying Falcon. Next we have Hawkeye number 18. Who could forget that time when Clint Barton let his neighbor's kids watch the holiday cartoon at his place? At long last, this issue is pretty much the cartoon they all watch. You're welcome. A very special holiday Hawkeye that at long last lets legendary letterer Chris Eliopoulos flex his astounding cartooning muscles in our pages. Matt and Matt do their regular jobs though. Maybe David will letter it. Probably not. We've also got Indestructible Hulk number 20. Bruce Banner has had enough. He's mad, and that's not good. Banner blames Maria Hill and S.H.I.E.L.D. for the tragic fate of his lab assistant and seeks revenge. There's more than enough blame to go around, however, and Banner's in the crosshairs of an assassin. Next we have Iron Patriot number 1, Unbreakable Part 1. Jim Rhodes has quit the Secret Avengers. As the Iron Patriot, he's bringing his fight against the bad guys to the home front, but a new villain emerges with a brutal plan that could turn Iron Patriot into America's most wanted. We've also got New Avengers number 16 now, The Night Before the World Ended. No more bloodshed. To save their nations, the proud Black Panther and the arrogant Namor have sued for peace. As members of the Illuminati, the secret organization made up of the Marvel Universe's most powerful heroes, they must work together to stop the extinction of the entire universe. But are their amends too little too late? There's no turning back for the Illuminati after this issue, and they'll pay the price for their sins. Next we have Silver Surfer number 1, New Dawn. The universe is big, bigger than you could ever imagine, and the Silver Surfer, the lone sentinel of the skyways, is about to discover that the best way to see it is with someone else. Meet the Earth Girl who challenged the Surfer to go beyond the boundaries of the known Marvel U, into the strange, the new, and the utterly fantastic. Anywhere and everywhere, hang on. And we have Uncanny Avengers number 18 now, Avenge the Earth. Part 1, Welcome to Planet X, the new mutant homeworld where everything is great, presuming that you possess the mutant gene. Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, is the last human being alive, relentlessly pursued by Magneto and his all-new X-Force in their No More Humans campaign, and protected by her husband Havoc. Witness the fate of the Uncanny Avengers, who survived the Apocalypse Twins plot, and how. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got the massive number 21. In a cathedral in Prague, Cal prepares for a final showdown with his nemesis Arcady, but what will fell him first? His cancer, the bullet from the Russian Sig Sauer, or the realization that nothing of the past decade was what it seemed? The conclusion of Block, the most groundbreaking arc of the Massive to date, takes us into the final year of the series with a stunning reveal. From Image Comics, we've got Alex plus Ada number 5. Ada will never be the same again. And we have Deadly Class number 3, tasked with their first assassination mission. Marcus and Willie roam the sad and lonely streets of San Francisco in the dead of night, stalked by a shadow from Marcus's mysterious past. Out in trades, we've got Daredevil End of Days trade paperback. Brian Michael Bendis heads a team of Daredevil legends to tell the last tale of the Man Without Fear. Years after the world last set eyes on him, Daredevil finally returned to Hell's Kitchen, only to be brutally slain by his deadliest foe in a very public battle. But Matt's enigmatic last word leads Daily Bugle reporter Ben Urich to take on one final story, the truth behind what happened to his old friend. Where did Matt go, and what brought him back, only to die? But while Urich hunts down answers from Daredevil's array of allies, enemies, and former lovers, he is being watched from the shadows by a mysterious figure with a strikingly familiar silhouette. Matt Murdock is dead, but is that the end for Daredevil? Collecting Daredevil End of Days number 1 through 8. And we have Wolverine by Jason Aaron, the Complete Collection Volume 2 trade paperback. He's the best there is at what he does, and Wolverine's not so bad either. The acclaimed and character-defining Wolverine run of writer Jason Aaron continues in this second volume. Joined by some of comics' top artists, Aaron puts Wolverine through his paces, fighting the bizarre living religion, A.R.G.U.S, battling his way to sanity from within Dr. Rott's corrupt asylum, and facing unstoppable Deathlock assassins from the future, not to mention getting a girlfriend and grappling with the loss of his best friend, plus the double threats of Norman Osborn and Mystique. Guest starring Marvel Boy, Phantom X, Psylocke, Captain America, the Avengers, and more. Collecting Dark Reign, The List, Wolverine, Wolverine Weapon X number 6 through 16, and material from All New Wolverine Saga and Dark X-Men The Beginning number 3. Okay, so that's just a few of my favorite books out this week. There's still plenty of others available. I broke out all the Marvel titles this week in their own video, as well as a separate video for all of DC, and even a video with the top independent publishers, and you can find them all on my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com as well. And we'll also have links up on the leagueofnerds.com, our Facebook page, so be sure to like us there too. And of course, you can follow everything I'm reading on Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, or Twitter. You can find links to everything in the About section at he'sgotissues.com. And a reminder that both He's Got Issues and the League of Nerds are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.